Hello everyone, my name is Neeraj, and in this video I'm going to discuss DOM manipulation using jQuery. Here I am on jsfiddle.net page and I have this one line of JavaScript code. Previously you might have seen me do this kind of thing where I am attaching a class called highlight to a particular element. Notice that highlight is a class which has a background of yellow through CSS. So in this case, I am modifying the DOM, and to the TR elements, I'm attaching the class highlight. Now let's go ahead and hit run, and instantly I see that all the TRs have the background of yellow. So this is one easy way to modify the DOM. Here I'm going to make use of a method called append. True to its name, append appends the input value to the element. So here I am counting how many TR elements are there, and that value is stored in result, and then to the body I'm appending the result. Let's go and click on run, and then I see 5 here because I have 5 TR records. So this is an example of modifying the DOM using append. While appending the result, be careful about to what element you are appending. Previously we selected body, and an HTML page has only one body, so there is no danger over there. However, in this case I am appending to div, and notice that in our HTML markup we have 2 div elements. So when I do $div, it is selecting those 2 div elements, and when I'm appending the result, then the result will get appended to both of those elements. I'm going to click on run, and then I see 5 is getting attached to the first div element, and then 5 is getting attached to the second div element too. So this is how append works. It appends the input value to all the elements which has already been selected. When you are doing DOM manipulation using JavaScript, be careful to the list of the elements to which you are appending. Here is an example of adding a link dynamically. I want to add a link with text footnotes at the end of the body. All I need to do is that put the whole markup inside $, and store that in a variable called lm, and then to the body just append that lm. So this is how a new HTML fragment or HTML link can be added. I hit run, and at the end of the body I can see footnotes. This is an example of how I added a link, but it can be any HTML markup. It can be p, div, ul, or any valid HTML markup, and jQuery will attach that HTML fragment to whatever is the target. So far we saw a few examples of append. Besides append, we can also use insert after. Here I'm trying to insert the same link to the title, but I want it to be inserted after the title. So if I click on run, then I see that it is inserted outside the title. How do I know that the link is added outside the title class? That's because I have given the CSS property of 1 pixel of solid blue line around title, and we can see here that source, the new link, is outside the border. Similar to after, we also have insert before. Let's see how it works. I click on run, and now the link has been added before the div element for title. So we saw the usage for both insert before and insert after. Similar to append, we can also use append to. In this case, what happens is that the element which comes first is appended to the list of the elements which come next. So in this case, I'm appending the newly created link to the title. Click on run, and then I can see that it has been appended. Also notice that append or append to, they append inside it. So in this case, the new link source is inside the blue box. Similar to append to, we have prepend to. Click on run, and then it is being added before the h1, which is already inside the div element. It is still inside the box, but this becomes the very first element because I'm saying prepend to, not append to. Here I'm saying that select the Cisco record and then find the first column and then find the siblings of the first column. So this will select the column 2 and column 3 and remove them. So I hit run, and then I can see that column 2 and column 3 are gone. So remove is a way to remove certain elements from the DOM. However, the remove elements can be attached back. They are removed from the DOM, but we still have a reference to those elements. Here I am selecting the Cisco record and I'm removing the whole row. But later I'm appending the whole row back to the table. But since append to appends at the bottom, what will happen is that the Cisco record will be removed from the middle and it will be added at the very end. I'm going to click on run, and voila, Cisco has become the last record. So this is an example where remove not only removes the element from the DOM, but then we attach those removed elements back to the DOM somewhere else. Along with remove, we also have empty. So let's see what the difference is. Here I'm selecting the title class, which is the div element with the class title here, and it has the border blue, and I'm saying remove. So if I hit run, then that whole div element is gone. However, I can also do empty, and what empty will do is that empty will leave that element as it is, but it will remove all the children. If I click on run now, I see the blank border. I'm seeing the blank border because this div element is left as it is, but all the content within the div, including the h1, has been removed. Here what I'm doing is I'm selecting the Google record, then I'm selecting the first TD, and I'm saying that change the text to Google, to my Google. Notice that currently the element inside the TD is a link. So what this will do is that it will totally clobber the link and it will replace that by text. So here we have Google and it is a link. If I click on run, notice that link is gone and I see the text my Google. So if I've been asked to change the wording of a link, then this is not a good way to handle that because the link is gone. A better solution would be to get to the link, and in order to get to the link, all I need to do is TD space A and then change the text of the link from Google to my Google. I'm going to hit run, and now the link is back. The text of the link has changed from Google to my Google. Previously, I showed you an example of remove, and similar to remove, there is something called detach. They are similar, but there are some differences. So first, let's see what is the existing behavior. What I am doing here is that I'm saying that select the Google link, and to that link bind the click event handler, and that event handler is alerting the text message, and it's saying e.prevent default. Okay, let's comment out these code so that we can concentrate on the basic feature right now. I click on run, I click on Google, and I see Google. So this works. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove the Google record just the way I did a few screens ago. And after removing the record, I am appending it back to the end of the table. So Google will be removed from 4th row to become the 5th row. I hit run. Google has become the last row. However, if this time I click on Google, I did not get the alert message. And that is because when the record is removed, then all the event handlers bound to that element is also removed. So at this point of time, when we clicked on Google, there was no event handler and we did not see any alert message. So we need a way to tell jQuery that when you're removing the element, preserve all the event bindings, and that is the functionality of detach. Instead of remove, if I do detach, then what it will do is that it will remove that element from the DOM, but it will preserve all the event handlers. So let's see detach in action. I'm going to click on run, and I can see that Google record has become from 4th position, it has come to the 5th position. And if I click on Google, I see the alert message, and because of e.prevent default, I'm not taken to the Google page. So this is a difference between remove and detach. Rather than removing the whole element, you can remove certain properties of an element. The title div has this blue border because it has the class title. Now I'm going to remove the class title by using the method remove class. Clicking on run, and the class title is gone, and because of that, the blue border is gone. Here I have a table which you can see here, and I want to wrap the whole table inside P element, and I also need to have the P element, the class highlight. So without the wrap method we can do it, but it will take a number of steps. But wrap method makes it really easy. As the name suggests, by using wrap, we can wrap the whole content on the left hand side inside the right hand side. So if I click on run here, I see the background yellow. That's because the whole table has been wrapped inside starting P and ending P, and P has the class highlight. So this is a great way if you want to wrap your whole table, your whole div, or your element inside something else. I recommend you to visit bigbinary.com/downloads so that you can download the practice material for this video And in the practice material, you will also get to see all the JS Fiddle links that I just showed to you. That's the end of this video. If you have any feedback, send it to me. Thank you.